Yo, hoop fans, your sideline sage, Tips and Upstreams, is lacing up once again. On deck, deep dives into the freshest NBA clashes, ready to set the planks ablaze. But before we jump the ball, be sure to hammer that subscribe on our YouTube channel to keep hooked with our sharp forecasts and prime selections. All right, let's bounce into today's NBA crystal ball reads. The first prediction for today is for the game between Indiana Pacers and New York Knicks. The Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks are gearing up for an electrifying Game 7 showdown at Madison Square Garden this Sunday. With the Pacers forcing this decisive game after a strong performance in Game 6, winning 116-103, all eyes are now on this final clash. The Pacers, powered by their high-octane offense and solid rebounding, aim to overcome their road struggles against a Knicks team that has been dominant at home throughout the playoffs. The Knicks come into this game with a season record of 50-32, while the Pacers stand at 47-35. The Knicks have been formidable at home during these playoffs, boasting a 5-1 record at Madison Square Garden. In contrast, the Pacers have struggled on the road, managing only a 1-5 record, including 0-3 at MSG in this series. This home court advantage has been a significant factor in the Knicks' favor. Offensively, the Pacers lead the league in points per game with 123.3 and assists per game with 30.8. They shoot an impressive 50.7% from the field and 37.4% from beyond the arc. Their offense is spearheaded by Pascal Siakam, who averages 21.2 points and 7.8 rebounds, and Tyrese Halliburton, who contributes 18.3 points and 10.9 assists per game. However, the Pacers' defensive metrics are less stellar, as they allow opponents to score 120.2 points per game, ranking 27th in the league. They also concede a high field goal percentage of 49.6% to their opponents. On the other hand, the Knicks average 112.8 points per game while shooting 46.5% from the field and 37.6% from three-point range. Defensively, they are one of the best teams in the league, allowing just 108.2 points per game, which ranks second in the NBA. They hold opponents to 47.0% shooting and excel in rebounding, averaging 45.2 boards per game, including a league-leading 12.7 offensive rebounds per contest. Key players for the Knicks include Jalen Brunson, who has been averaging 33.7 points and 3.6 rebounds in the playoffs, and Donte DiVincenzo, who provides crucial support with his three-point shooting. In their recent head-to-head encounters at Madison Square Garden, the Knicks have dominated, winning all 3 games played there in this series. Historically, the home court advantage has been significant in this matchup, with the Knicks consistently outperforming the Pacers in New York. This trend is crucial as the series shifts back to MSG for the deciding game. Injury concerns play a critical role in this game. The Knicks are dealing with significant injuries, missing Julius Randle, Bojan Bogdanovic, and Mitchell Robinson for the season. Additionally, OG Anunoby is questionable, and Josh Hart is a game-time decision due to an abdominal injury sustained in Game 6. The Pacers are missing Benedict Mathurin, who has been out since early March. The availability of key players will heavily influence the outcome of this game. One of the critical factors for the Knicks will be their ability to control the boards and limit second-chance opportunities for the Pacers. New York's defense, particularly their ability to force turnovers and defend the three-point line, will be crucial. They will also need standout performances from Jalen Brunson and Donte DiVincenzo, who have been instrumental in their success at home. Brunson, in particular, has been sensational, and his performance will be pivotal in this high-pressure game. For the Pacers, maintaining their offensive efficiency and minimizing turnovers will be essential. They need to replicate their Game 6 performance, where they shot 53.8% from the field and committed just 7 turnovers. The play of Pascal Siakam and Tyrese Halliburton will be vital, as both players have been pivotal in their scoring and playmaking. The Pacers will also need to improve their defense, especially in restricting the Knicks' free throw attempts and controlling the paint, where they allowed 62 points in Game 6. Another important aspect to consider is the recent performance of both teams in Madison Square Garden. The Knicks have been exceptional at home, with a perfect 6-0 record during these playoffs. This home court dominance is a significant advantage, especially in a Game 7 scenario. The Pacers, on the other hand, have struggled on the road, and their ability to perform under the pressure of a hostile environment will be tested. In conclusion, the Knicks have a significant edge playing at home. Their defensive tenacity, combined with the Pacers' struggles on the road, makes New York the likely victor in this high-stakes Game 7. The Knicks' ability to control the tempo, secure rebounds, and execute in crunch time will be the determining factors. Expect a tightly contested game, but the Knicks should emerge victorious, covering the 3.5-point spread. Madison Square Garden's energy and the Knicks' resilience will prove too much for the Pacers to overcome. Play the New York Knicks to win and cover the spread. Here's another tip-off for today's game. Jalen Brunson scored over 35 points in Game 7. Jalen Brunson and his New York Knicks teammates are set to face the Indiana Pacers in the decisive Game 7. Let's dive into Brunson's prop bets, stats, and trends to help craft some solid predictions. For this pivotal Game 7, Brunson leads the Knicks-Pacers props market with the highest point total at 35. During Game 6, there was a moment where it seemed like Brunson might not score again. He missed 11 consecutive shots and had only 5 points by halftime. Yet, he managed to finish with 31 points. His usage rate is incredibly high, and with the Knicks relying on him heavily, his output is crucial. With OG Anunoby ruled out for Game 7 and Josh Hart listed as questionable, Brunson's role becomes even more significant. In this series against the Pacers, Brunson averages 22.7 points and 3.8 assists per game. He has accumulated 9 steals and blocked 1 shot in the series. Brunson has grabbed 39 total rebounds and dished out 45 assists against the Pacers. His three-point shooting rate is 39.5%, with an overall shooting percentage of 51.5%. He boasts a true shooting percentage of 60.2% and has made 83.1% of his free throws against the Pacers in his NBA career. Over 12 games, Brunson averages 0.8 steals, 0.1 blocks, and 34.1 minutes per game when playing against the Indiana Pacers. It's Game 7, so we're expecting the best from Knicks star Jalen Brunson. He has been the team's most consistent performer throughout the playoffs, averaging 33.7 points per game. With the season on the line, Brunson is the heart and soul of this team, making it hard to see him passing up many opportunities. With several key players injured, expect Brunson to carry the scoring burden once again in this crucial Game 7. He has scored over 30 points in 4 of the 6 games in this series. The next and last prediction today is for the match between Minnesota Timberwolves and Denver Nuggets. As we gear up for the highly anticipated Game 7 of the Western Conference semifinals between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets, fans and analysts are excitedly buzzing. This showdown at Ball Arena promises to be a thriller, given the high stakes and the fierce rivalry that's developed throughout the series. The Timberwolves managed to force this decisive game by blowing out the Nuggets 115-70 in Game 6, a performance that showcased their ability to hang with the big dogs. Minnesota's Game 6 victory was a testament to their grit and savvy game plan. Despite trailing 9-2 early, they flipped the script with a 29-5 run to close the first quarter and never looked back. Anthony Edwards has been the alpha dog for the Timberwolves, averaging 30.4 points, 6.0 boards, and 5.8 dimes per game in the playoffs. His sharpshooting, with 42.5% from downtown, has been a key factor in Minnesota's success. Alongside him, Karl Anthony Towns has been solid, averaging 18.4 points and 9.0 boards per game, while Rudy Gobert has anchored their defense with 11.1 boards and 1.2 swats per game. The Timberwolves' strategy of running an 8-man rotation has allowed key players like Naz Reid, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Kyle Anderson to bring the heat off the bench. Reid, the 6th man of the year, has been especially clutch with his 10.3 points per game. Minnesota ranks 17th in offensive efficiency and 1st in defensive efficiency, showcasing their balanced approach on both ends of the floor. However, their pace of play is relatively slow, ranked 22nd, which might play into Denver's hands if the Nuggets can control the tempo. On the other hand, the Denver Nuggets are looking to bounce back from their Game 6 debacle. Nikola Jokic, their 3-time MVP, is the engine that makes them go, leading in points, boards, dimes, and steals per game in the postseason. His ability to orchestrate the offense from the center position makes him a constant threat. Jamal Murray, despite having a rough Game 6 due to Jaden McDaniels' lockdown defense, has been a key contributor with 19.3 points per game. Michael Porter Jr. has also been effective, averaging 16.5 points and 6.6 boards per game, shooting 42.7% from beyond the arc. Denver's team dynamics revolve around a tight rotation, with all 5 starters logging heavy minutes. Their bench, led by Christian Braun, provides limited but crucial support. The Nuggets are ranked 4th in offensive efficiency and 9th in defensive efficiency, demonstrating their prowess on both ends of the floor. Their tempo, ranked 27th, suggests a methodical approach to the game, which might be advantageous in a high-pressure situation like Game 7. Historically, Denver has owned Minnesota at home. They have won 7 consecutive home games against the Timberwolves following a road loss, and Minnesota has struggled in night games at Ball Arena, losing 12 of their last 14. Furthermore, the Nuggets have covered the spread in 3 of their last 4 playoff games against the Timberwolves, showing they can perform under pressure. Injury reports are a crucial factor to consider. Mike Conley for the Timberwolves and Jamal Murray for the Nuggets are both listed as questionable. Their availability and performance could swing the game's outcome. Conley's return in Game 6 provided a spark for Minnesota, and his potential absence could leave a void in their playmaking. Similarly, Murray's health is vital for Denver's offensive rhythm. The recent blowout victory by the Timberwolves, while impressive, raises questions about their consistency on the road. Keeping up such a high level of play away from home is challenging, especially in a hostile environment like Ball Arena. Denver's resilience, home court advantage, and the leadership of Nikola Jokic are factors that tilt the scales in their favor. When looking at the spread, the Nuggets are favored by 5 points. Given their historical performance, home court advantage, and the need to rebound from an embarrassing loss, Denver is well positioned to cover this spread. The Nuggets' superior offensive efficiency and their ability to bounce back from poor performances make them the more reliable choice. Minnesota's defense, ranked first in the playoffs, will undoubtedly challenge Denver. However, the Nuggets' balanced attack, playoff experience, and strategic adjustments will likely prevail. The Timberwolves' reliance on Edwards' brilliance and the need for consistent contributions from their supporting cast add to the uncertainty of their performance. How to bet on this game? The books wiped out the 45-point loss quickly. The Nuggets opened as a 4.5-point favorite and are now out to a universal consensus of 5. There is a volume of tickets on the Wolves, but a strong handle of money on the Nuggets. This is called reverse line movement when the line moves inversely to the volume of bets. The total is also trickling down. Overbackers are likely to wait until the final moment to play it because Game 7 unders are such a steam side. In conclusion, I'm betting on the Denver Nuggets to win and cover the spread. Despite the Timberwolves' impressive Game 6 win, the Nuggets' overall efficiency, historical dominance at home, and strategic depth make them the favorites for Game 7. Denver's ability to control the tempo, utilize their home court advantage, and leverage Jokic's leadership are pivotal factors. Expect the Nuggets to regroup, leverage their strengths, and secure a decisive win in this high-stakes showdown.